right, everybody, man, what's happening? How y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of SWAC Talk. Of course, this is the show where we cover the SWAC inside and out. And as you can see tonight, I have a special guest. I don't really have guests on my show, so I wanted to kind of start doing this. And what better than a Juco All American? Go ahead and get Mr. Clint Cucitrone into the house. Into the house. I'm sorry, I messed it up again, but uh, just want to welcome you to the show, man. And why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I greatly appreciate you having me on. I'm from Cave Creek, Arizona, small town up in North Phoenix. Went to high school up here. Um, Played quarterback all the way up until my senior year. Unfortunately, broke my hand. Turned out to be a blessing. I had a couple Division III offers. I decided to go with one in Oregon. Um, I felt like I believed more in myself, and I wanted to achieve what I originally put my mind to. And I came back down, went to a JUCO level, played for the Maricopa Mustangs a couple of years out here, and yesterday I just announced my commitment to Jackson State.
Yeah, I was looking at your huddle tape, man, and that first play, was a pick six, and I was like, man, this guy is athletic. So I was gonna ask you if you played in the offense, and you said you played quarterback. So I could tell that you got a nose for the end zone, and you had some nice wheels there. So I really that was gonna be the first thing I asked you because that kind of stood out to me. Um, so playing linebacker, was that a choice that you made, or was that a choice that the coaches approached you with?
So my senior year, uh, I played varsity quarterback my junior year, my sophomore year, but going to my senior year, I was expected to go both ways or split time between the positions. And right before the first week, they said, "Hey, Cole, we absolutely need you on the defensive side. We don't need you to be gas, man. You're a leader. We need you to be out there." And so, I accepted the position, and I fell in love with it after the first game. And coincidentally, I broke my hand, and that made me stay on the defensive side of the ball, and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, I mean, just like looking at your huddle, man, you got good instincts and you got a nose for the ball. You're always there. You seem like a guy that's gonna always be around the tackle at the end of the play, or you even making plays across the field. So
Thank
that's
you.
pretty impressive, man. Like I said, I wanted to ask you first and foremost, what drew you to Jackson State?
I love what they're doing down there. I think, the impact they're having with football alone is great, but the impact they're having outside of football is what really drew me there. What Deion Sanders and all the coaches preach is something I definitely want to be a part of. I took my visit down there. I felt at home. Everyone welcomed me in, and I just love the message that they're trying to send that I want to be a part of that and I want to be a part of something special.
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody knows what Deion Sanders is doing at Jackson State, and is reaching a broad group of people. So it's always good to get people, to come in and see and be welcome into what he's doing. And like you said, it's not just in between the lines; it's off the field. And I think that's good to be a great player, but to be a better man. So I like to hear that message that you're looking forward to doing some things off the field. Have you decided on a major yet?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to go for business entrepreneurship or something with business. I love working with numbers. Um, and I got an extra year of eligibility. I'd like to use that towards a master's program. I'm not too sure what I want to do yet exactly, but I know definitely my bachelor's is definitely going to be in like the business type of area.
All right, well, hey, I like to hear that, man, because like I said, it's all about what you do off the field. Football doesn't last forever. You have an opportunity off the field that's such a great thing. So I like to hear that. When you said you took your visit to Jackson, did you visit during the season or did you visit during the off season?
I went in the off season. I went the first week of March.
Mm.
Went down there for the weekend. First time ever in the South. I fell in love with it. The people were so genuine, so welcoming, and the food was amazing. The vibe was amazing. It was a great time.
Oh yeah, the South is it's unique. I'm born and raised in the South, and like you said, the food, the people, everything. Football on Saturday nights is like a religion. If you'll find out when you get to Jackson that Jackson has probably the best atmosphere in the conference. 60,000 seat stadium. 40, 50,000 people in the stands almost all the time. Have you had a chance to watch any JSU games this past season?
Um, I didn't watch any this past season. I'll take that back. I did watch one of them towards the end of the season, a little bit, just to kind of really see what it's about. Obviously, in the football world, I saw it was growing. I wanted to check it out. Like I said, I thought it was amazing what they're trying to do down there. Really interested me, and yeah, I saw that, and then I've been watching the documentary on Barstool Sports as well.
Yeah, I mean that's probably one of the best commercials you can have for a program. Being able to see how things work, you kind of get an idea of what you kind of getting yourself into before you get there. That's something that I think they've been doing a great job, and they're building a great brand. Um, so I really like to see that. Um, your game. Who do you feel like do you model your game after anybody, or is it just like you kind of do your own thing?
I definitely look at some of the greats. I love the way Ray Lewis plays. Classic guy. I love the way James Harrison works. One guy that takes people by surprise that I look into a lot is Vontaze Burfict. I think he plays the type of intensity and the type of level, that you don't see anymore. But I just try to be the best version of myself and contribute, to the team that I'm on. Because at the end of the day, it's a league game, and that's really what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, you like I said, you kind of caught me off guard with those old, well, not really old school. That's like my time period, but a lot of guys like to look at a lot of newer guys, but the guys you named are definitely workhorses, and the guys that don't take plays off, and leaders first and foremost. So, um, since we kind of touched on that, is there anything like a pregame ritual that you have, or anything you'd like to do to kind of get you amped up for a game?
I do have this one thing I listen to for every game. I've done it since my freshman year of high school. It's um it's a 30-minute video. It's about Inky Johnson and his story. Inky Johnson was a former player for the University of Tennessee. Grew up in a really rough background, and it just really makes me focus on what my objective is for that game and how to really dial in for the moment that's about to come. I just put my AirPods in and I just listen to it. It just really gets me motivated and dialed in and focused.
Yeah, so you're not a music guy before a game, huh?
I mean, I'll listen to a couple good ones, but I love listening to podcasts and stuff like that for
Yeah,
sure.
and that's like they say, whatever gets you in that zone is
Right.
what's the key. Let's kind of jump a little bit off the field. Who are you off the field?
I'm a big family guy. I love staying home and spending time with my family and my close friends. Um, I work at Nectar. It's a juice and smoothie place. So I'm usually working the majority of the time. I'm a full time student, obviously, so I'm doing some of that. As far as like hobbies go, I love working out. I love trying different things. I love trying different food, um, different places, and I like fishing. More of an outdoors guy, so I love being outdoors. I mean, I'm sitting outside of my patio right now, but no, I just love trying new things. I'm a very spontaneous type of person.
Well, you like you said before, food in the South go hand in hand. If you've been to Jackson once, have you had a Stamps burger?
I have not.
You heard it? People told you about them?
I heard about it. Yeah, I didn't get the chance to try it though.
Yeah, so make sure put that on your to-do list, man. They got some great burgers. That's one thing anybody that goes to Jackson likes to talk about. So definitely put that on your list. But um, kind of keeping to the off the field type of thing. We're not. We can kind of it's kind of off and on, but a lot of people don't know how hard it is to go the JUCO route. Can you describe what that experience was like for you?
Um, like I said in my post, I would have never thought I would have ever went JUCO. Not that I didn't want to, I just didn't think it was the route that I needed to go. Um, but sitting in these shoes right now, regardless of the circumstance that I am in, I will never ever regret going that route, as it made me into the person and the man that I am today. Um, it's Everyone calls it the JUCO grind or the process, and it has nothing to do with the physical aspect of it. It's all mental. In regards to you're doing your own school, you have to go to work basically full time to afford to go to school, and you're practicing and you're film watching and you're studying, and it's all on you. I mean, you really don't have anybody pushing you or the assistants to get out. And, you have to make that very clear with yourself of once you go in, you got to get out, And so it was a process, and I fell in love with the process. I loved everything about that because it was the true grind and really what everyone made it to seem like, but it's more mental than anything.
Yeah, listening to different people talk about, going to junior college, a lot of people say you have, like you said, it's about what the work that you put in because it can be, for some people, it can be an ego bruise, you have to work, some people don't like to work, they think things gonna come to them, but when you put in a situation that you have to work hard and grind to get what you want, it makes your future road much better. So I think guys coming out of JUCO kind of have a leg up, on what it takes to be a disciplined guy on and off the field. So I think that would definitely help you moving on to the D1 level.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I wouldn't take that route. That any of those experiences and meeting the types of people I needed to meet, um, for anything. I thought it was the best experience looking back on it that I could have had.
So did was there a particular game that you played during the season that you thought might have been one of your best? What kind of team did you guys have? How was your record?
The first year I was there, we only had a 7 game season, went 4-3, started out really strong. Um, I would say the game that stuck out to me the most that I enjoyed playing in is actually our spring game. And what the league did is they brought all 5 teams together and they put the best guys on one team to go play number 2 ranked Snow College in the country at the time. Very unique idea, just because Snow bumped their season to the spring. So in regards, they were season shape, season ready, looking to go compete for a national title, and you're putting a bunch of guys that are out of season shape in some paths to go play it. But that was my favorite game, I would say. 3 quarters, I had 9 tackles, a pass deflection, and a tackle for loss as we were rotating. But I just love that environment, playing against those type of caliber dudes. And then this previous season, we didn't do as well. We went 3-7. Started the season off strong, but unfortunately we just couldn't wrap it up and get it done at the end.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those kind of things happen, but you know, sometimes you find more of yourself in tough situations. I know that's kind of cliche, but it's a lot of fact in that. Sometimes you learn more. Unfortunately, people say you learn more from losing than winning. Nobody really wants to lose, but it kind of happens. But um, the SWAC is a conference. I don't know, if you're super familiar with it or have you did any kind of looking about it, but it's a very competitive, intense conference, and there's a lot of rivalries and a lot of games where the teams have familiarity because these teams have been in the same league for decades. So, um, are you looking forward to playing in those kind of games, or big games, or you just kind of taking it
Absolutely.
one step at a time?
Absolutely. Obviously, one step at a time. I'd love to get acclimated, but man, I love to compete. And like I said, I want to do anything to help Jackson State, win a championship. Whatever my role is, I just want to help, them win and then be successful. But I am totally looking forward, to the atmosphere. And um, like I said, man, going from a Juco where you got a couple hundred people maybe at your games at most, to playing in that bowl, it's a big jump, but I'm ready for it and I'm excited for it and excited to help Jackson State win.
Yeah, and the defense led that team last season, and they'll probably do the same this season. So they play an aggressive style of defense where guys can definitely kind of show their skills. Um, when it comes to playing linebacker, are you a guy who likes to get in there and stop the run, or are you try to get to the quarterback?
I love stopping the run. I love filling gaps. Like I said, we mentioned the whole quarterback thing. That definitely gives me an advantage on the defensive side of the ball. Just noticing tendencies and certain things with the guards and the tackles and looking at the quarterback and certain stuff like that gives me the tendencies. But man, I love filling a gap.
Yeah, I
Nothing like
think the basis of football, no matter what, is always about running and stopping the run. If you can stop somebody from running the ball, you give yourself a better chance to win games. I think a lot of people lose sight of, the importance of a run game on both sides of the ball because everybody loves the big pass, and that's the fancy thing. But the dirty, grinded out thing is what actually wins the games for you. So, um, kind of jumping off the field again. On, do you have a favorite type of music?
I really like anything. It just kind of depends on the mood. Um, I love listening to rap. Obviously, I don't mind some country here and then. It just really kind of depends on the vibe I'm feeling. Obviously, pregame's got to be a little bit more intense. Maybe after, you get some R&B, some more chill stuff. But I like I said, I really like everything.
What about favorite food?
Favorite food, man, go to hamburger. You got to go with a hamburger. Love a
Yeah,
hamburger.
I'm a burger guy myself, but I mean, you can't beat a good burger.
You can't.
When you find somewhere that got a good one, that place kind of gets in your rotation. Um, so I definitely agree with that. Uh, is there anything you want to tell the fans out there, about what you're gonna bring to the table?
Just I'm blessed with the opportunity. I can't wait to get down there and, like I said, contribute to that team and make them go win a national championship. Whatever my role is, I'm just looking forward to the opportunity, and I can't wait to meet everyone and be welcomed in. I like my initial welcoming was huge, and I'm so grateful for that, and I just can't wait to get down there, compete, and help them win a championship.
Where once you get there, regardless of what role they put you in, the spotlight will be on you because JSU is the team that everybody's focusing on. So you know that's gonna be something that you'll get acclimated to people knowing who you are. JSU has a um, very enthusiastic fan base, so they're definitely gonna be looking out to know who you are and find out a little bit about you. So, I just want to thank you for coming on, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna hold you too long tonight. I just want to kind of get you to come on and tell your story. So, thank you, man. I appreciate you
I
taking this
greatly
time out
appreciate
with me.
it. Greatly appreciate it. I want to thank you. It means a lot.
So yeah, we're gonna try to touch bases with you again once you get to JSU and everything. Hope feel free to hit me up anytime, man. We can always chop it up off on air. So like I said, once again, just want to thank you, and like I said, y'all can check this interview. I hope y'all enjoy this, and we'll see you at J State.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. So that was our interview. And I'll see y'all on Sunday for our next episode. Y'all have a good evening.